Grand rising, grand arrival, grand return. Peace and blessings to the righteous and the repentant alike. I am Sophia of the Americana Band of Indians, and I just wanted to make a quick video. I wanted to make this video yesterday, but I ran out of time. I had some of my new merch on, but obviously you'll see it whenever I post this video, which is not going to be on today. Today is the 23rd. This video is probably going to be posted on the 26th. So I'll have my conversation with CryptodeMedici before you guys see this, and about to have another one by the time you guys do see this. What I wanted to talk about really quickly is the channel update. Okay, we're going to call this a channel update. I usually do one of these in September, very close to my birthday anyway, just so we can I can lay my ideas out so people can get prepared. Okay, so as of today, I'm still working on one of the most comprehensive readings that I have ever done for anyone. It's quite expensive. It's not available for sale right now. I don't know if it's going to be up by the time this video is done, because I want to finish the reading first, gauge how many hours it actually takes to do it, and then I can set still a comprehensive price. The reading is called My Enchanting, and what this reading is going to take all of the versions of the Creator that dwell within you and convert it into a PDF book, and also of course videos that will explain all the different versions of yourself and where they fit into the blueprint of the Creator. This particular reading is going to incorporate probably all 13 realms that we currently have access to. So there's the realm of 1, realm of 2. I'll be talking about that with CryptodeMedici a little bit, and we'll be going through that, so I'm not going to get into it too much. But this is going to include your regular astrology reading, your Tzolk'in reading, a bunch of other readings, stuff that I haven't even talked about yet, and how to use all of this stuff. And the reason why it's called My Enchanting is because if you become enchanted with yourself, right, with yourself, then your life will be enchanted. And enchanting, remember, it just means consecrated. So if you see yourself as a consecrated being, then you will see your life as consecrated. And I think it's important to offer this kind of reading because it's comprehensive, number one. Number two, it's going to be explained to you. I'm not just going to type all the stuff up and then you're not going to have anything else to go for. And number three, it's going to be an evolving process. So what's the evolving process? I mentioned this a few months ago, but I'm going to mention it again. We are going to have a group where we go through the full 260-day Tzolk'in cycle. And in the process of going through the 260-day cycles, we're going to break out each of these different 13-day cycles. There's a 1-day cycle, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going to break out all these different cycles, and not all at once. So we're 9 times out of 10, we're going to meet once every first day out of 13, and then we'll discuss the next 12 days. That's pretty much how the cycle is going to be broke down. Okay, so that's coming. Sorry, my hand is itching. So that's coming. So I think the cycle starts on November the 30th. So once I finish this reading, I'm going to begin to put together the stuff for that, including the price or whatever. 9 times out of 10, now this is going to be a comprehensive process. And this is going to be particularly the way that I teach liberal arts. Okay, so 9 times out of 10, the first cohort is going to be, again, whoever is interested, and it's just going to be like join our monthly club or something, like maybe $15 a month or something like that. Y'all know how I am. I don't like to charge for anything, especially stuff that's going to help people learn more about themselves, but I do have to charge something. So 9 times out of 10, it's going to be something like that. $15 a month. If you want to pay for the whole 260 days at once, you can. You'll be able to, what's the other thing that's important? Oh, if you get the My Enchanting reading, then basically you'll be learning how to use your reading. So that's how that's going to tie in. So the going through the 260-day cycle, that's basically going to be very, very low price. But the reading is going to be more because it's going to include a book, a printed copy of the book, which is going to include your personal enchanting information, plus all of my tables of correspondences. So that's the third thing I'm going to announce. I did a table of correspondences book with the spirit intelligences over about 3 years ago when I first found out about this, and I sold it as a book or whatever. So I am going to reintroduce those tables of correspondences, but it's going to be different, okay? That's the best way I can describe it. It's going to be different. It's going to be some correspondences that you would use during My Enchanting. My goal is to teach people how to do this so they can do it for their family and friends. They can use it to help people. So what's an example of this? Let's say, for example, you are trying to figure out what kind of person you're dealing with, right? So when they talk, they say things like, God told me this, God told me that, so on and so forth. Little basic things. Well, 9 times out of 10, they are dealing with a unity consciousness, which is they are one with the Creator. We would call these people NPCs because they can only repeat what the Creator told them to say. Like, that is what an NPC is. Like, I've talked about NPCs a lot, but doing these tables of correspondences, I realized what it really is. These NPCs can only, all they have is unity consciousness. We have access to this unity consciousness on this side during our quote-unquote birthday month. So if you've seen my astrotarography readings, you have 5 days. That's basically like days out of time, or days out of time in general. Those are unity consciousness days, okay? That is one version of God, okay? You're not dealing with 100 versions. You're not dealing with 5 versions. You're dealing with one version, okay? Another example of this, if you talk to somebody and they know astrology, well, they're dealing with 12 versions of God, of the Creator, 12 of his emanations. And so I have a chart that shows you all 12. Now, I'm already mentioned the highest number that we have access to right now is 13. And that's going to be we're going to talk about that. Of course, I'm going to make breakout videos on each of these tables of correspondences, but if you want the actual table, it's going to be in a book. It's not ready yet because by the time I finish the enchanting for him and get this table of correspondences put together, I still have some more updates I have to do to my old information, including adding in the Kosminski symbols. Then it'll be ready. So it'll all be ready about the same time, which is around the start of the next cycle. So you'll be able to order just a table of correspondences so you can calculate your own stuff. You'll be able to order, just remind me of some more stuff I better add in there. You'll be able to order your own personal table of correspondences. You'll be able to order your own My Enchanting, okay, where I will do your reading and your videos. You'll be able to join our group where we're going to go through the entire 260-day cycle, okay? All of these things will be available to you. This is what I'm going to be focused on. I already told people we were going to focus in on these types of schedules. Now, what am I going to do in public facing? Okay, that's also very important to me. There is a 9-day calendar. And that has to deal with the astroturography, the 36 days in every it's 36 days in every astroturography Sephiroth month. And so we're going to be doing horoscopes based on those 9 days. Now, each of those 9 days is affiliated with a moon phase. And so you will need to know your personal moon phase in order to really dig into the information. However, I'm going to do general ones. So it'll be generally, we're in this day of the moon phase cycle. This is the moon phase we're currently in, how these things interact with each other, stuff like that. So it's going to be very simple. And then I'll do personal horoscopes. We'll say if this is your moon phase, if this is your moon phase, if that's your moon phase, where we go into more of the specifics. Okay, so it's going to be easy to understand. It's going to be very, very simple. It's going to be very, and also we're going to go back to looking at the days, because I also figured out how to describe and predict things based on the day of the week that you were born. So for example, all my people born on Tuesday, you guys all have stomach issues, right? The reason you have the stomach issues is because the male god, quote unquote, so to speak, for your day is St. George, and the antagonist of St. George is the dragon. And in the imagery, you can look it up right now if you're a Tuesday person. In the imagery of St. George and the dragon, St. George is standing on the dragon's stomach. So when your stomach begins to hurt, you are activating St. George. That means, because St. George is the masculine energy, 9 times out of 10, you're probably leaning too much into your masculine energy. And so to remedy that, the solution for that is to get into your feminine energy. Now, who is the feminine counterpart to St. George? That would be Dali, D-A-L-I, okay? And so if you get into the energy of Dali, who is a hunting goddess, very similar to Diana, the way that you get into that energy is by grounding. So if you are spending enough time grounding, you will pacify St. George, and you'll or rectify St. George and pacify the dragon. This is stuff like that that's really, really simple, that I can explain just using pictures. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. I just wanted to do a quick chant. So we'll be going back to doing horoscopes. Those will probably be one every 9 days or something like that, just to cover whatever. We'll have my Enchanting. We'll have the Zokin cycle, 260-day cycle that we're going to deep dive into. I already told y'all all the other stuff. So if you need anything from me, please don't hesitate to call or text. By the time you guys see this video, I'll be getting back into all that stuff. So shalom, peace, and blessings, and we'll see you in the next video.